Well, that was interesting jaunt through the woods they found themselves upon. Eventually turned around when Theo realized that he needed to actually be a good person and not just a complete dickhead. So he moved on, and they came back to find the camp of the bandits. And upon finding this camp, they freed the prisoner, had a jolly row, looted some things, and the elven prisoner moved on after collecting her bounty. Gave the guys a chance to collect one too if they wished. And then they separated after that engagement. The elf left and the group camped out. And in the morning they set back out on the road. That's the recap you're getting.
That's the recap we're getting.
Sounds good enough for me. It's fine.
Good enough for
I'm not going to argue it.
Listen, the person receiving a story might be like, that's all that happened? That's all that happened.
That's all you're getting.
Yeah, your bedtime soon. The story continues tomorrow. Shut up.
The story by Cliff Notes.
That's a new character right there.
Yeah.
Cliff Notes.
Yeah.
I need to actually do this real fast. So I need to draw this in so I remind myself to draw that in later. Why is it green?
Is that the water?
Because green is one of the superior colors.
I bet it's
Incorrect. It's supposed to be water, yes. Congratulations.
Yay,
There-
for context clues.
Obviously, there's an algae bloom. Don't worry about it.
I need to draw in the rivers that I forgot to draw in so I can go back and draw in the rivers on the actual map and re-upload it.
Part of me
And
hopes
then
that
get that
Tex leaves all
published.
of this in.
It's possible. I don't know. Depends on how long the episode is.
True.
All right.
I need to do this one over here too. Wee.
So are we going by road? Or, well, I'll wait. Never mind.
You are going by road because you're going to get back on the north road.
Hey, you know what super sucks? The
Vacuum cleaners.
Did you say the Lakers? I'm not disagreeing with you, but
we just lost like 2 listeners.
I doubt there's much crossover.
We lost 2 German listeners who are very adamant about how much they like the Lakers.
Yeah.
What place do the Lakers play for, by the way?
LA.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Definitely from the
Do
Goonies.
sports. I don't do sports.
He don't do sports ball, guys. He don't do sports
Listen.
ball.
I do sports ball. I cross over.
In one of the big ones, my team keeps winning, so I just stop paying attention.
That's fair.
I'm like, well, we win most of the time. Well, who cares? This isn't fun.
All right.
It's better when we're
So you
losers.
guys get back on the roads after you wake up in the morning, do your morning ritual, nonsensical things, eat breakfast, etc., etc.
Wheel with my sword.
Make sure to tick off some rations or whatever you're eating.
No.
Oh, yeah.
There'll be a pop quiz later.
Eating the deer that those bandits left.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yes.
Thank you, dead bandits. That's good
Yep.
food. It's no
Hey,
longer
there's
yours.
at least one survivor who hopefully will find a new career because they're apparently terrible at it.
Tell the tale of the faithless.
Sure.
When you encounter the random shopkeeper in some other city that runs away from you, you don't know why.
Or we don't recognize him, but he's sweating profusely
So
and
if that
offers us a
happens,
discount.
we need to roll a history check is what it is.
or he gives us a discount because it was terrifying, but he turned his life around and now he's a shop owner.
Use the ill-gotten gains to open a shop.
Yeah. I use poison to make medicine. It's fine.
Okay, I'll pack it up and get back
Look,
traveling.
lads, there's a squirrel in the woods.
Yeah, there's a lot of squirrels
So-
in the woods.
I know what they look like.
I appreciate the joke. So you head out of the camp. It doesn't take you very long to get on the road, about an hour. You're not that far into the woods, to be truly honest. And you make it onto the road. So this road is actually one of the more defined roads that you've been on so far.
So still dirt or
real nice.
like
No, it's actually real nice, neat stone.
okay.
It's a main tradeway, so they took very good care of it. You are past the point of where you'd be seeing O'Brien soldiers. You're now heading. You're actually very close to like the middle ground between the two kingdoms.
The no man's land.
Yeah, kind of in a no man's land sort of area.
Probably a DMZ, actually, maybe. No military's allowed there.
No, it's not really no military's allowed there. It's just that nobody really controls this portion because there's not really a need to.
That's fair.
You're far enough away from supplies; it would take you a couple days, so there's no point in being out this far.
It's fair.
So you are on the road. You know, if you head east, you will head over towards the Atravanian territory. If you head west, you'll head back towards the center of the map.
Just looks at the sun. All right, we're going east. Make sure we're going east.
I would cast direct. Was it no direction? So we can ensure that we are in the correct direction.
What the hell are these spells?
That's a cantrip. I'm pretty sure it's that way.
Look, clerics and Pathfinder are either all or nothing. That's the whole path. That's the whole cleric.
Well,
I strive for that.
well, listen. One of the cantrips was rhymes with Boeing Star, and then the other cantrip rhymes with Darman. So,
Oh, jeez.
I cast roll coins.
So now you're gonna have your Doric brand GPS now.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Cast Google Maps.
It's Doric maps.
Doric Maps. No.
I'm gonna give you direction.
What's the name of his god? It's
There you go. Directions. I like that.
When you sign up for the
I like
agreement,
that.
it says, "So give me some personal information." If the answer is anything other than dwarf, it's like, all right, well, I might give you directions.
I might give you correct directions. But yeah, so you're on the road. Give me perception checks
Perception.
for your jaunt.
Perception. Ooh, it's about to rain.
I would love for some rain right now.
Roll
You
one of
can't.
my
We
dice.
you can't. We stole it all.
We're hitting the dry season early.
It's been raining for the past 4 days. It's glorious.
23.
26.
Wow. All right.
Okay.
Shut up.
Roll a natural 20.
Hey,
Okay.
Roll the 16.
I forgot. Okay, 19.
Okay. So yeah, as you're traveling the road, you will notice that there are some other travelers on the road. A couple wagons, people walking. You don't really see many soldiers, but you do see people who, because some of your rolls were high enough, you can see people who just they look like soldiers trying to pretend to not be soldiers.
Yeah.
So, like, under
Yeah.
cover? Like, or just,
Yeah,
like,
it's they're posing like people traveling the roads, but they are too rigid.
right, okay.
You know what? Because of the kind of smart ass Theo wants to be today, he just woke up on that side of the bed. So, you looking for bandits? Because you're definitely not
Officer.
travelers.
Officer, tips hat. Oh my god, didn't guy have a sombrero or something on?
Yes, you have your hat.
Exasperated sigh as they just continue walking.
Don't worry, we killed all the bandits. Their camp's back that way.
We took their
You can
ears.
go find them.
That would probably creep some people.
Hey, Silver.
Mm-hmm. What's up?
I think you gotta fix my AC.
Do I?
Am I still flat-footed?
Oh.
I was like, wait a
I don't have
minute.
any-
I'm pretty sure I was higher. I had like 15 AC. Why am I 13 all of a sudden?
Oof.
Yeah, because there's no token up for you right now, so I didn't notice you had effects on you.
Yeah, my Raise the Shield
me
effect
just-
was still open. I was like, huh, that's weird.
Pull you over here. You're no longer prone. And then goodbye.
The guy's been prone this whole time, just sliding along the ground like a snake. Please, somebody with artistic talent can draw like a short comic of that.
It's like a Loki,
Just army crawling.
No, not army crawling, just sliding across the ground like he's on ice, and Dork being like, "Oh my god," making the face from a certain anime.
Please get the right
Oh,
face from the
jeez.
anime because there's a
At the,
lot of famous faces.
Theo's just rubbing the bridge of his nose.
How are you doing that? I don't care. I'm tired.
Okay.
Alright, so you're making it along this road. Pretty much, nobody's really messing with you. Nobody's really paying you too much attention. You do draw a couple eyes at travelers, but they, look away because it's like you're clearly not looking for trouble, so they're not looking for trouble sort of situation.
I wave awkwardly at them.
So in this part of the area, it's like mixed groups that are traveling. There's humans, there's elves, there's people who would be partial elves, and then people who would be like gnomes, stuff like that. It's like a whole bunch of different people, different mix of people walking. It's about every hour to hour and a half, somebody, a group of people tends to go either the other direction from you, or they head off into the woods to go to other communities off on side roads and stuff, like little isolated communities out in the woods.
Are they all heading the opposite direction of us, or like with us and just overtaking us?
Kind of a mix.
It's not just one particular direction for the traffic. Okay.
Nope. No. So you're able to catch up to groups. Eventually, a group on a cart will go by and they'll pass you guys up because they're moving faster than you, and you have to get out of the way. Stuff like that.
Okay, but nobody's actively seeing us and then going to the opposite side of the street, right?
You would notice that everybody seems to be sticking to the whatever would be their left side of the road.
Okay.
So we're in Europe. Gotcha.
Elves, baby. Yeah. So make a pretty easy trek through there, and you'll have you'll be traveling through to the day, heading towards the night, and you start seeing the edges of the river going through. Kind of see the edge of the river. You hear the river. You see the bridge. That's where you get to for like that day. You're able to camp. You can camp on the side of the river.
I'd like to go fishing.
Sure.
You have fishing skills?
Nope.
Nope. Fishing pole?
You can do a bear skin that shit. He's gonna stand in the water, hike his
Wait.
legs up, and just scoop.
Yeah, I'm using the scoop technique because I have no fishing gear in my bag.
Has Doric ever done this before?
Nope.
You do have fishing gear, though?
No. I'm hand fishing.
I need to know. Theo needs to watch this. He needs to see how well Doric is doing, because Theo
What?
sees something that Doric can do that makes his life significantly easier if you want to do.
hikes up his pants and everything, rolls up his sleeves, and wades into the shallow waters looking for a fish. What?
Give me a survival.
Sweet. Okay. That's 9.
Yeah, you're not having any luck. You go for a couple, but they seem to get away from you. You're not quite like the angle versus where they are in the water sort of thing hasn't quite registered.
Theo walks over to Doric's gear, grabs his javelin, and hands it to Doric. Spearfish, please.
I do want to add that Guy's ability to, scrounge for rations out in the field theoretically could have included fish that he did in fact catch with his bare hands.
No, I've got a better idea. I'm going to cast the cantrip Daze on one of the fish.
I would like to grab the fish before he can.
I cloud the target's mind and daze it with a mental jolt. The jolt deals mental damage equal to your spellcasting ability modifier. The target will attempt a will.
So you're killing a fish with psychic damage, is what you're doing.
All right, so I need to figure out the will save of a fish.
If the target,
depending on how big the fish is, it's got a +1.
If it critically fails, it is also stunned.
I'm sure it's a fish. It's probably gonna have 1 HP, man.
Do they have quippers in Pathfinder?
Sorry, what?
Do they have like quippers in Pathfinder?
They do have fish creatures, but this is not a fish creature.
This is a trout.
I mean, so yeah, it's river fish. It's nothing crazy.
Trout, salmon, probably at the most.
Oh, please let it be a kraken.
I mean, I say just roll straight d20 on it, but that's just
Jeez.
Yeah, that's what I'm finding.
Most base animals, unless they have a druid stat block, are zeros across the board.
I think. Yeah, DC 17.
I like how you rolled it as D.
Except for int.
Oh, glad you selected.
Except for int, a lot of animals, unless they're smart enough to be trained, are like 3s or less.
4 damage.
Okay.
So
now that it's dead, I'm going to walk over and pick it up easy.
Oh. Just imagine that men stabbing
you just meant.
Well, no, I assume
just
the brain like
gooified.
it decapitates it naturally, so it's easier to clean.
The eyes are the best part. I'm very sorry that I said that, but in some cultures it's true.
You know, I'm sitting here picturing now. You know, you do this attack, 4 mental damage to this fish. You pull the fish out of the water, and there's this liquid that drains out of its head somewhere.
Liquid
or
brain?
even more terrifying, the fish is fine and swims away.
I've got dinner tonight, lads. Take it over, start cleaning it, and making dinner with it.
Give me another survival to gather up the stuff to make your campfire.
Am I good at survival?
Somebody else could do it. I don't care. Somebody's got to gather
24.
the campfire.
Wow.
I'm
Okay.
a +7 on that, so I am trained. I know how to make fire.
I would hope so.
Do you also use psychic damage to start the fire?
No, I have chill senses the other direction.
Wow, this fire's really bright, but boy, am I cold. Why are the flames blue? You'd think that'd mean hot. No, that's an ice sculpture, thank you.
He messages the kindling to catch fire.
He casts...
Yeah.
I would also like
on
to cast
enough times.
approximate on the fish to know how big it is, so that I.
Well, you no longer have that as a cantrip anymore.
Also,
so
No, it's
that's
there.
not what it does.
you just added it.
I admit, I forgot to prepare all my stuff. So yeah,
Wait,
I was
does
getting
S
rid
do-
of I was getting rid of message because I'm not gonna need it. We're like walking around together.
You know what's really sad? That's probably the most useful spell in your arsenal.
It gets
Messages?
used a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not gonna lie.
For estimate.
Yeah.
Message.
Oh.
It would be funny if approximate was.
Approximately.
We don't have a lot of, couch change coming towards us.
Yeah.
Jar full of marbles.
Oh my goodness, Silver, you need to implement that sometime down the road.
I'm good.
Specifically
We're gonna
when he
walk
doesn't have
into
the
it.
cantrip.
We're gonna walk into a candy shop and there's gonna be like, win this barrel of gumballs. How many are in there? And I'm gonna be
There'll
like,
be
it's
magic
my
gumballs.
day.
But they'll be magic gumballs.
But the one thing he doesn't know is the jar is 1.5 cubic feet.
You can cast it twice.
2. I know it overestimates, so I'm going to round down.
How many are in here? The spell says 7. I'm gonna go with 4. There was 10.
Gumballs.
Look, lads, another squirrel.
Yes.
Doric manages to make fish
He made fish.
for the group.
Theo eats his ration.
He's
Not touching liquid fish.
Too.
I have a question. So, if
Yeah.
I subsist, can it have included fish?
I mean, sure. Do you have a way to catch fish? Other than I mean, I guess you can hand fish, but
Use a cantrip.
I don't. Hey, I want you to know. No, I don't have. I'm just gonna finger gun fish out of the fucking water. Pew pew.
Oh, I can't say that.
Wait,
I can't say it.
prestidigitation.
What are you gonna do with presentation?
Does a fish count as an unattended object?
no. It indeed does not.
Welcome to our fishing show, y'all.
I did not realize I signed up for a fishing podcast.
Okay, so I cast the light cantrip on a pebble because fish are sometimes attracted to shiny things, and then I just grab the dumb bastards.
Oh, jeez.
No, I will say your subsist would only work for fish if you had like fishing tackle and stuff. Because yours is like specific. So I'd say if you had the tools to do something, I would say yes.
I had.
But you don't have the tools to do it.
Were you trying
Okay,
to catch
but
a
can
bigger
we-
fish than me? Were you trying to show me?
No, I
up?
just thought it would have been really funny if you'd been like, look, I used all this time to catch this fish, and then guy just opened his bag and like 4 fish fell out. Without gooified brains.
That would have been funny. That would've been good.
I cast tame on them. Hello, friends. Ah, rah, rah.
Hey, those are technically fish can be domesticated.
Oh boy.
Here, fishy, fishy, fishy.
But I will say because you're in the forest, you can very easily gather up, fruits and berries and stuff like that really easily, roots, stuff like that.
Vegetarian.
So fish would not be on the thing there for you, but if you had fishing tackle, then
Did he
yes,
try to shoot him?
you could fish.
I caught that damn squirrel that's been bothering us since we started session.
Theo just eats hardtack and jerky. Because that's what he has for rations.
I can't believe you still eat jerky.
Yeah, this isn't deer jerky. It's boar.
Nice.
I mean, this is also like the first time Theo's had to eat rations because I've just been finding food this whole time.
I have a whole freaking fish. What the hell's wrong with my fish?
You liquefied the brain.
You don't
It's a
eat
lot
that
less-
part.
You don't know that.
Says you don't know what my culture's like. Which
I will specifically throw the head in the fire.
You also run the thing of, if you damage a brain on an animal, it can sour the meats, and there's a whole thing about that.
Doric does not know this.
You could have just
I just-
spearfished with your javelin. But
I'm
no.
just gonna be completely honest. I think Guy doesn't want to eat the fish, not just because of the brain goo, but also because he's not sure how well Doric is versed in cleaning a fish, and he doesn't want to eat poo.
I mean, Doric did grow up on the side of a river.
I'll
also-
roll survival for how good my fish is.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
please
You're
do.
actually getting a bonus to the DC because of your where you were
Okay.
raised.
So
it's getting
I thought
reduced.
he lived in a swamp.
Yes, but he lives
God.
on the side of a river in a
So
swamp.
that's
It's It's not the best you've ever done cleaning a fish, but it is a very efficiently cleaned fish.
So I'm glad it was safe.
Like, you've definitely cleaned it better than that, but this one, maybe because it's not the same kind of fish you're used to in the rivers you're around your
I'm used to
temple.
saltwater fish.
That's also a possibility.
Tastes like home.
But yeah, so you guys can camp out on the side of the river here. Nothing important happens. You actually have another group that kind of camps. Not really, in the same, like, next to you guys in the clearing, but close enough that if either one of you were to be attacked, there's two groups that would be alerted.
I offer
sort of thing.
I offer our neighbors my extra scrounge rations. Because my baseline minimum is 4.
Here's some extra mushrooms and berries, and here you go, guys.
I can make it into like
thank you.
Nice like forest jam.
Hold on, he gives them mushrooms and berries and like forest scroungings. They look over and
squirrel,
see Theo is
and
eating hardtack and Theo is eating hardtack and jerky, not touching none of either of the things that are being cooked. And Doric is mind fishing, psychic fishing over here.
Sitting there
Like,
holding my 2 fingers against my temple and just staring hard at the fish.
It's a nice squirrel with a wild raspberry demi-glaze sauce. It's chef's kiss.
I'm also picturing, though, Doric's eating this fish, just no seasoning at all, just cooked fish.
Yeah,
It's fire roasted. What are you talking about?
it's
I got your
smoked.
sweet.
That's it.
I got your salty.
I guess it would
I
be
got your
smoked.
savory. I got your umami.
Well, aren't you
Anywho's.
fans?
So yeah, you're able to camp out there. Another group camps nearby. You share food, share some stories. Nothing too crazy. And then the morning comes around. It's kind of dewy. It's a little bit foggy because you're right next to a river. So you can pack up your camp and you can head on the road. Let me pull this
stared
up
over the fire.
This monitor.
Can we see the village on the other side of the river from where we are? Okay.
No, not from where you are now.
So it's far enough out still. Okay.
Yep.
I tell you, lads, I'm about tired of all this walking we're doing. I swear, I have to take 5 steps for every 2 Theo takes.
That's not my problem. Keep up. Theo moves ahead.
We need to find a pony.
How am I faster than you again?
Alright, so as you cross the river along the bridge there, you head back up into the woods and you kind of come around a corner, and there's as you come around the corner on that second leg of the curve, that's where you start seeing the city that would be called Riverside. There is an interesting thing about Riverside here. Let me pull this up real fast.
Oh, that's Riverside?
Is it by the side of
Yes.
a river?
Well, actually, now that you mention it, it is.
It's a misnomer.
You notice that the city of Riverside, it straddles a river going right through the middle of the city. And on that river, there's a set of, they look like twin identical castles, one on either side of the river, connected by a fortified bridge.
Castles in the middle of the woods.
Yes.
Somebody.
There's a city around them too, but there's like so both sides of the river seem to have like this town. They both have like these towns.
Would you say fortified castle? Like made out of wood?
No, it's stone fortifications. The bridge. The reason why I say fortified on the bridge is there there's areas where if the bridge is ever attacked, there's areas that they can set up stops to repel attackers.
What color flags are flying on the parapets?
Both castles are flying the blue Etrevanian flags.
Why did I think they were like hate each other?
So you actually, when you're looking at this, let me get the thing here. So you notice looking at this city at a distance, the stuff on the west side of the river. They have so both sides have these kind of bluish looking roofs, but the west side of the river, it's like this muddy brown sort of wood walls and stone on the walls. The east side of the river has looks like almost like a shiny river rock for the walls. And you notice the two different fortresses have two different sigils on the flags.
So the east was the nice side, or is that right?
The east is looks like river stones. The west has like this muddy color for the buildings.
Great. More feuding bullshit.
I mean, Theo would know it's not really a feud per se.
What is it, a class thing?
See, now I'm concerned. What did you do, Silver? It's not very often that I get concerned.
So, what Theo knows of this city, and he probably would, upon seeing the city and the way it's split, he probably would this would pop into his head. He knows from the tribes that no one really knows why Riverside is the way Riverside is. But the eastern side of the river is held by a council of elders. So it's like that. It's ran by this council of elders. It's they claim to be the first city that was established called Riverside. The city on the west also claims to be the first city established in the name of Riverside, but it is ruled by a family of dukes.
He would relay this information. He's just like royalty. I don't know. Politics. There we go.
Why does it matter who built the first?
Silver.
That is a big thing for people.
Silver. I have a very important question.
Yes.
Are we about to go through a small, condensed version of West Side Story, but Riverside Story here?
With as hilarious as that would be, no.
Okay, I had to ask because I would not put it past you. And I think I heard Tex trying to stifle the cackle. Hey,
no,
boys.
So the castles on the river, the one on the west side is the Duke's Fortress. So it's this massive militarized castle. The twin castle on the other side of the river is actually the college.
So it's brawn.
But in turn, no, if this city was ever attacked, the two castles block the only bridge across the river. So they can lock down the castle, and then if that castle gets breached, they then can use the entire bridge to tarry a foe to the other castle. And then you're only attacking the other castle through a narrow bridge.
So it's less a feud and more of a sports team.
It's bragging rights. It's bragging rights type situations. Like, no, we did it first. No, they did it first. No, we did it first.
Yeah.
No, I'm the county seat.
Why does this sound like a family squabble?
Theo just nods.
Which, I mean, Theo would also know that the west side is a human family. That's the Duke, the Dutch that the duchy is held by a human family, and then the other side is Elven, for the most part.
Okay, if it's run by elven elders, I'm inclined to believe that they're telling the truth. depending on the number at the end of the Duke's name or Duchess.
So yeah, the two towns of Riverside both claim the name Riverside, and neither one will change.
Hey,
it's a nightmare for Post.
Hey, I'd like to ask Ghostly Grandpa what the real answer is.
Neither one.
It's none of your business.
There's actually one on the other side of the lake. That's the real Riverside. This is a criminal colony from the original Riverside.
So he would tell you he would not know who is the true first for this place, because both sides were built after he was no longer on this planet. However, he would say the first Riverside he knows of is over by the mire.
Wow, I was pretty close.
Would I know of that Riverside? Okay.
No.
Nunya, as you know him to be, claims that there's a Riverside on the other side of the landmass here that is Riverside before this place existed.
Most places have multiple cities named the same thing. Us mortals, we're not very original.
But no, so then the other thing that Theo would know about the city, he would know the two different castles. I mean, I already said that. And then the other thing he knows about the city is the series of buildings known as the Wheels, which are not seen from here, but when you get in the actual city itself, you would see them because they are along the river. So as you head into the city itself, I'm just going to move your token out of the way. In the city itself, the Wheels, there's these massive industrial structures that are built on top of the river, and they have spinning wheels on top of them. You can see the wheels spinning, and that is where they take the grain from the surrounding land and turn it into pasta.
So are they like water wheels? Or
yes, they're using the water wheel to provide the power to extrude the pasta. It's a natural pasta operation. I will not confirm nor deny that I was on a lot of cold medication when I made this city.
I'm not really sure how to take that.
So, I have a question.
Because if we
yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, what kind of sauce do they use on this pasta? Red, white, butter? Do they just have butter and cheese on this stuff?
Well, from this city, there is no sauce, so they ship pasta.
Oh, well, that's upsetting.
I mean, they're off of Bland Lake, so
yeah. I'm sure my fish was rather bland tasting, also.
Blandonese trout.
Also, Blend Lake looks kind of like a woman with her hair up.
So we just need to pass through here. Unless y'all want to see the sights, figure out what's going on here. I don't think we're in a rush to get to the tower, but...
Well, I hope I'm not wanted, so I hope we don't take too long getting to the towers.
Is this still early in the day?
I would be heading towards the later half of the day by the time you get to the city.
So we're gonna have to find a place to sleep here at least, I think, lads. Might be nice to have an actual roof over our heads after being outside so much.
Or,
says the temple living cleric.
Gestures to move it.
Starts pulling twigs out of my face.
Oh no, he found the twigs Guy had been flicking into his beard this whole time.
I guess we can hit up a tavern, get us some nice hot food, some drinks, comfy beds, and then explore the city in the morning. How about that?
Yeah, or we could go to the tavern where we can stay for free. Wait, are we staying at that tavern for free?
It hasn't been explained. They could take it out of your pay. You don't know. You didn't read the fine print of your contract.
I don't remember signing.
We didn't sign a contract. It was like, do this or die. All right, you're gonna pay us too. Okay.
Or we can stop relying on that magic tavern and actually do what we're supposed to be doing.
I mean, yeah, but I'd like the door to be closer in case of an emergency.
If we go and stay at a tavern here, then they'll have a closet door which we could use to escape. Didn't we have this discussion before?
Yeah, I remember you trying to buy a door.
Yeah, that's valid.
In hindsight, it wasn't the best idea.
Yeah, maybe they got a Jake in this town too.
Every town has a Jake.
He's such a rake. Oh, that's a bad.
It was bad. It was
You
bad.
can edit that one out.
No, leave it in.
Probably
Leave it
won't.
in. I want them to remember how you've insulted my honor.
I'm just proud you knew what that was.
Yeah, so you're gonna go find a tavern in the city?
I want pasta.
Do you wanna camp on? Do you want to find a tavern on the east or west side?
I would like to do a smell check and determine which side of town seems to smell better. Not necessarily that wise, but it's lunchtime. Which side smells better food wise?
Totally gonna be the west side. It's not muddy and nasty.
Which side has the most shops?
So the most shops, I feel like the most generic, like just generic shops, would probably be the eastern side.
That's where Theo is heading.
Which
The side with the most taverns would be the western side.
the western side is the pretty side, and the
No, western.
No, the eastern. It's not really muddy. It's just the
yeah.
color of mud. It's that kind of brown tans. Their buildings are browns and tans. The other side is like that different color river rock, where it's different colors
so
on the
one's
buildings.
clay and the other one's stone.
It's like
not really
stucco
clay, but they're-
and stone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What is stucco?
I
just-
vote for the east.
they-
I want someplace nice and clean like the temple.
It's the place doesn't look bad. It's just the stores are on that side.
Well, maybe I can sell this gemstone I found.
When did you find a gem? You know what? Don't ask, don't tell. All right.
You don't remember you don't remember when we went up on the place where gemstones are found, and I was the only one who found some.
Right.
I was going. Is
It
that
was-
in
Theo
character?
It was
or-
it was a day and a half ago.
Theo 100%
I keep-
forgot.
I keep forgetting to give you the value of that gem.
Well, I guess we're gonna find out, aren't we?
I don't remember what the gem was.
You
off the
didn't
top of
give.
my
You
head.
said you were gonna tell me what the gem was later, and then you never did.
Sweet.
But I rolled a natural 20, so I'm.
every recording since you've gotten it, you've done. That's what's happened.
I haven't brought it up because I'm like, well, it's not important. I'm not gonna sell it yet.
I've in my defense, I've been sick, so I'm still not 100% back up yet.
Well, this is why it's important to save scum.
Right. The one tavern
All right,
on the
so
east side.
So as you're walking across the bridge, so you have to enter. Basically, you have to enter into like it's not like it's one of the gates of the duchy fortress, the My brain is not letting me say.
It is a Duchy Fortress portcullis, probably, right?
Or
Yes.
Portcullis.
or a palisade.
Or palisade.
My brain, no, the Palisades are
Yeah, a
different.
little bit different. Portcullis raises up. Palisade opens like a door.
Yeah. Some places have both.
Yes. So you have to enter in through the gate there, and then you have to go through a second gate within their actual castle before you go to the gate for the bridge. So there's 3 gates you have to cross. There is a guard at the entrance of the gates, ask you where you're going. Also ask you to pay the toll to cross the bridge, because they need to pay for maintenance.
We're heading over yonder. Pay the man, Theo.
Get your own money.
No, that was 100% a joke. That's not, I'm sorry, that's not canon. I did not say that.
How much is the toll?
The toll is 1 silver a person.
Since I'm a halfling, I don't suppose I could pay 5 copper.
The guard will chuckle at that joke. Give me a diplomacy check.
Hold on. Where'd my die go? I'm a professional, everybody. Don't worry about it.
If this works, I'm going to repeat the joke.
You're taller than me.
Doesn't matter. I still think I can get by cheaper.
That is a 22.
22. So he would laugh, and he says, "Oh, that's a good one. I haven't had a good one like that in a while. I can't. While it would be good to do that, I can't do that."
All right. I wasn't actually expecting a discount. I was just hoping to lighten the mood. And I will give him 1 silver.
I will also give him the 1 silver.
Go into the inn for the east.
He seemed like a nice guy.
I just hope there's not another guard at the other end of the bridge asking us to pay the maintenance fee on the bridge, and us turn around and that guard not be there. I'd be a real dork if that happened to me.
I've never paid a guard that kind of money.
No, just a bartender. I'm sorry, dork. I'm not going to let you live that down. I expect you to do the same if it happens to me.
It's okay. At least I didn't get beat by a goat.
Damn, he got you there.
I magicked that goat to death, and I feel bad about it. How dare you bring that up?
I wouldn't feel bad about it. Those goats are stupid.
I mean, that goat was a pardon my language, an asshole.
Yeah, so you walk across the bridge. So this river, you could look down off the side. I mean, it's a strong current. It's a fast current. It's probably why they took the river current to produce power for manufacturing.
I'd like to bounce test.
Excuse
the
me.
bridge.
Okay.
Isn't
I'm
this
sure
a
it's
stone
sturdy.
bridge?
Yeah, it's a big stone
Okay.
bridge.
So it does not do anything. Cool. I didn't know how
I mean,
strong
All
it
the
was.
guards are looking at you like, what are you doing?
I mean, I hope not. We just paid 3 whole silver for maintenance fees. I hope they aren't that hard up for maintenance fees.
I'm about to cause a maintenance fee.
Dork trying to get his money's worth.
I have to
Oh,
since I give it
jeez.
away.
Look, it's not Indiana, okay? The bridge is not going to fall down.
Hey now. As long as you don't drive a truck on the bridge, it's not supposed to have a truck on it. They're fine.
Has it expired yet?
Hey, while we're on. God, I wish the bridges on the bottom had a Best Buy date. Printed in little black dots in the concrete or wood or what have you.
The problem is,
Oh my
most of
God.
them will be expired in the United States.
I know, but at least somebody
Yes.
would know for sure, like, hey, wait a minute. What's the wait?
And welcome to our infrastructure podcast. Maybe we'll play some Pathfinder sometime.
Eventually. So yeah, you cross the river. You're on the other side, and you look out the town on this side. So when you enter on the other side, you see the sign for the college here, because that's where you're entering. It's the Atravanian College of Alchemy, Botany, and Culinary Arts.
That's a weird combination.
It's ABC.
ABC.
ABC. ABCU.
Does the castle teach 1, 2, 3? Is it the baby you and me bridge?
I 100% didn't realize when I made that.
I'm sorry, what are the courses again?
Alchemy, Botany, and Culinary Arts.
Honestly, those three are pretty interchangeable. Like, they intersect.
They all tie together.
Listen, what is making bread other than alchemy of a different name?
Oh God.
This is inspiration on cold medication, guys.
I mean,
Oh, this episode brought to you by not
This episode.
actual name.
The letter A.
also the number Q for cold medicine.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Oh.
Alright, is there a, since this is the university side, is there a tavern bot nearby that does not seem to be a raging cave also?
So there is a tavern that's like just outside the college once you get in the actual city proper, called the Drunken Scholar.
Perfect. That was
Oh, jeez. So yeah, that's the first tavern you see. But a town this size would definitely have more than one.
I would like to find the tavern that has the stereotypical, like, somebody getting punched out a window, going back in to fight.
That was on the other side.
Yeah, that's totally the other side. I'm looking for some place that has a buffet to sleep on.
He's just heading to the. He's just heading to the Drunken Scholar.
No. I thought we were going to go to the shops. Also, I need to share the image in my brain of the two of you pushing open the saloon doors and then Guy having to jump up to slap them open.
Just walk underneath them.
The one where you walk into the saloon doors, you throw them open, and everybody looks at you, and then the next person walks in, throws them open real hard, they all look
And
at
then
you
one
like,
person walks underneath them, arms akimbo as if he's a cowboy ready to draw, and everybody looks at him because the door didn't slam open.
Food, tavern first. Sleep, stores in the morning.
Wow, you must be tired. You're not even speaking in full sentences.
Well, he had to give us the whole history of this place, so...
not really the whole history, just like a footnotes version of it.
It's basically big wheels make noodles.
I wonder what kind of sauce they have.
I'm trying to actually share more of the lore I make because you guys don't ask questions.
I would
so.
ask questions. But sometimes I get burned when I ask questions.
Because you wanted to tie
You
into
had-
farming every time.
You had a chance to ask questions about the O'Brien conflict and the Elf conflict, but that went away.
I want to point out one of the characters said, "Don't pick sides. Don't talk about it."
That was after you met the Elf.
We've met several elves.
The elf that was in the spire with you.
Oh,
That elf.
well, to be fair, we were focused on not dying and figuring out what the buzzing door meant.
Or trying to.
Alright, you know what? That's fair. Doric should pick on Guy for that more often. Remember when you tried to bring a poop to the tavern?
Yeah.
So you enter into this tavern. It's a little bit like inside. It's a little more lively once you go inside. There's music playing. Not all the tables are full, but they're definitely kind of full up with people. It appears to be a human at the bar, and there's a couple other humans walking around, like checking on tables and stuff. But yeah, so you guys could find a table to sit. There's no sign telling you to be seated. Just go sit somewhere.
Theo raises his hand to try to signal a waiter or waitress.
Yeah, one will make their way around. Yes, what would you like to have for food?
I'd like some wings, please.
And okay, first beverage, but food also works. I was gonna say beverage.
Can I get a bottle of your cheapest, strongest whiskey, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Also, whatever whatever the house special is today.
House specials.
It's the easiest way to order in a tavern.
You'll see there's a board up behind the barkeep that has what their food items are. So their food items, they have a thing on there called rabbit bites, some grilled vegetables.
Okay. God, what is she gonna bring me? I ordered the wings that aren't on the menu.
It's gonna be rabbit legs.
There are no wings on the menu.
Mozzarella sticks?
It's no mozzarella
Come on,
sticks.
they're like Italian elves.
When did I say they were Italian
They
elves?
make pasta.
Are we 100% sure Italians invented mozzarella sticks?
They talk like it
That's
is.
an American thing, first of all.
Yes.
Because it's deep fried. Second of all,
Wait.
this is a fantasy setting, Algrad. Fantasy setting.
Yeah,
not
so
your
why
local pub.
So why would
I also always pictured elves as being French for some reason.
Oh, 1,000%.
you mean because they eat random bugs sometimes?
No, just because they have that
They have that
the way their cultures
They're like
the way their
look at your
culture is
odds.
described.
Oh, so
Yeah.
I hate you. You are my best friend. I'm very sorry
So
to our French
just
listeners.
the way their culture is described, it sounds very French-esque, especially in like
I can
Tolkien.
see.
Except for the fact that they become adults so late. They're like, I've been smoking and drinking since I was 11. I already have an apartment and a moped. Again, I'm very sorry, French listeners.
I can totally see
Um,
a elf smoking a cigarette like a French person with a little limp wrist, like.
Except, okay, well, all right. It's not. Listen, it's not a cigarette. It's a cigarello, one of those really long stick ones, and it's not actually a cigarette.
Oh
it's
my
just
God.
some cinnamon sticks.
Welcome
'Cause
to
it's
our
true.
random knowledge podcast.
Because it's tree bark.
this has gone way off the rails.
Yeah. So
way
what
too
food do
quickly.
they have? Damn it! I'm a hungry in
Rabbit
real life
bites.
and in game.
So they have your choices there. I'll put them also in the Discord, so it's easier for you guys to review. I want to get one more thing, so give me
I'm telling you, man, potato wedges.
no
No.
potato wedges. Not happening.
All right, then the reason is they ran out of potatoes.
Is that possible? Nope, never mind. History already answered that question.
Yes.
That's fair.
I'm just gonna say that there was probably a keg party last night, so all the students ate all the deep fried potato wedges. I don't drink, but I'm told that when you drink a lot, you crave fried food.
Yes. So they have your choice of, like I said before, the grilled vegetables, rabbit bites. There's a breaded fish, there's a pasta, and there's a fish tacos. They spell tacos with a K because
Okay,
they're
well, I'm
weird.
gonna have fish tacos. And at least
yeah.
it wasn't with a Q.
Hang on.
I mean-
One, two,
Theo asked for the house special, so that's a random thing. Whatever he gets.
The house special is the house special question to ask. You want red or white sauce?
White sauce seems to be a bit much. Let's go red sauce.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute, these aren't Italian elves. These are Russian elves.
First of all, elves aren't the ones running the bar. We've already established it's humans running the tavern.
Okay, then they're Russian humans. I don't...
And y'all get on to me about mozzarella sticks.
I know. I'm just...
It had a K instead of a C.
Okay.
I rolled for it, and I'm gonna have fish tacos also.
It's just grilled like fire grilled fish on flatbread. It seems like some off the wall college bar type thing to do.
They actually made pasta, but instead of cooking it properly, they just made it into a flatbread.
Okay, so your food's there. They'll tell you that it's 3 silver for each of your meals, and then if you want a drink, they have an ale, they have water, and they have a juice, a local juice. Trying to think of a berry. It's probably some kind of blueberry juice.
Boysenberry.
It's a berry juice.
I'll just go with it. Several ale.
I will try the juice.
The juice.
The juice.
Ale's fine.
Are you making fun of Guy / me, or is the wait staff making fun of Guy or me?
Sorry, that was my intrusive thought. So they'll tell you the food is 3 silver. For each of y'all got some of that's 3 silver, and then the ale is 3 copper a mug, and then the juice is 2 coppers for the glass.
I'm also going to tip 3 copper.
Okay, just make a note of that.
There's 2. I'm also going to tip 3 copper.
Theo's going to pay 4 silver. The guy can keep the change.
All right, I guess I'm.
All right.
I guess I'm also paying 4 silver and can keep the change.
They'll take off. Go get your food ordered. They'll come back with your drinks. Set them on the table. The mugs of ale. They look kind of dark.
Lagers.
And the juice it's kind of this like off purple color. Take that as you will, I guess.
Is it pulpy?
No, it's just this weird purpley color.
So it's pulp-free blueberry juice. Is it blueberry juice?
It's actually once you go to drink a little bit of it, it's actually got more of like that blackberry kind of sour bit to
That's
it.
fine. It's a nice complimentary beverage for the fish taco.
Yeah, a little while later they'll come out with your food. So
Is it just like fish on bread with a veggie?
no, it's like a flat. I mean, tortilla's close, but not quite.
Is it like a naan?
It's probably a little closer to that. A little closer to a naan bread.
What'd I say? It's falafel. There you go.
Fish waffle.
Fish waffle. These fish balls.
No.
That's a dangerous thing to say really quickly.
Fish falafel.
I think Doric feels awful after that fish the other day.
I think it's sick.
I just thought of another really horrible thing to throw at you for a fish-based meal in a tavern
Fish
somewhere.
head stew?
You'll know it when it shows up. Trust me, you'll know it.
He's gonna write it down right now.
Oh, it's already written down.
Great. I'm assuming I got pasta.
Yes, it's a pasta, but it's a fish pasta
No, that's not big. That's not a big deal.
because they have an abundance of fish. So
I mean, I've had
there you go.
I've had Alfredo with salmon before, so it's all right.
Okay, so
that
Yeah,
sounds
that's
awesome.
pretty good.
I've never done
yeah,
that.
but that's a white sauce. So I'm assuming this might be like crayfish, some sort of mollusk.
I mean, crayfish would go really well with it because it's it's probably more like a crayfish. It's more like a Cajun type fish, like that red sauce
Creole.
Cajun
Yeah,
red.
because they have like
Creole
shrimp
trout.
scampi, which is like red or white sauce, right?
Kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of more.
Or they have like shrimp
Butter.
with red sauce on pasta, but they'll also have a
Scampi
white
is a
sauce.
butter sauce, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what you got for your special.
This is the food episode. How hungry is everybody? Is everybody at home hungry?
This is the everything under the sun episode today.
Yeah.
Apparently, Ooh.
We'll get to that tower eventually, everyone. Probably
But
sometime by
first.
next year.
Yeah, so they give you your food, and it's still kind of that lively atmosphere inside the tavern. Like I said, music's playing, and people are kind of going in and out. There's still a bit of commotion in there. Just a little bit louder of a tavern, but it's also not time for people to start going home to bed or anything yet. And you guys can sit there, you eat, hang out, talk to the locals if you so
Yeah, I'll get
choose.
Yeah. I'm assuming Jake was about to say the same thing I was going to
Get
say.
some rumors?
So go ahead, Jake. Yes.
I would also be willing to tell stories to any of the drunken college students of our exploits. Because I have to use that performance somewhere.
I'm gonna follow the fish and ask about the Lord.
No. That's not on the coaster.
The coaster was about the potato wedges that they ran out of.
World famous.
World famous.
The coaster says, don't ask us about our potato wedges.
Stop serving potato wedges since the incident in 09.
There's a reason we don't have vodka anymore.
Well, so yeah, you guys can share stories, talk to the locals. Give me, if you're going to talk to the locals about kind of local area, kind of what's going on, that would be diplomacy roles. If you're going to try to give stories or to try to like smooth the locals, also diplomacy.
I have diploma.
Unless you want, if you want to do something specific, let me know.
Do this. I don't want to do this, but
I
I
rolled
think I
an
need
8.
to. I too will talk to the locals about the town and everything. I'm going with my diplomacy role.
Okay, so
Oh,
when
4.
Doric goes to tell somebody about their goes to talk to somebody about the store, the town here. We need yet another. So this would be like a make impression type
Yeah.
thing.
Where did that go?
Oh.
Oh yes,
Ooh.
yes. No, I know what I'm getting into.
So
Wait.
this person that Doric is speaking to, Doric, I need you to give some hints in like phrases about something that he feels very guilty and or embarrassed about.
It's finally
Some
happening.
phrases.
Yeah.
I don't know how much detail. I'm gonna.
Just
Good.
and enough that somebody could piece together what's going on, like kind of piece together a story.
Sleeping in the bed. Wetness.
And how I mean, I guess also how recent would this be too, because it's something you're embarrassed or guilty about.
It's like within the last 10 years. You know what?
So because of the
last 5 years.
because of the -2 circumstance that you get, it's a a crit
Yes.
fail on this
Yes, it is.
situation. Okay, so yeah, you crit fail this. So let's see.
I have no idea this is happening, by the way.
I mean, Doric would kind of hear this.
I
as
hear
well.
it, but I have no idea it is going to happen.
That's a private story.
Nobody's supposed to know about that.
The person you're talking to starts laughing at you. And would probably start telling one of their friends nearby. So Theo, I don't think you got you just got a failure, so you don't. What you'll get from yours there, Theo, is you hear some stuff. Most of the talk seems to be people trying to avoid the subject that there's a war with the O'Briens right now.
So,
A lot of people
would it change anything?
a lot of people are trying to
would
dodge
it change
that.
anything? Because if he's not directly speaking to people, but he's doing that thing that mercenaries do where they just listen and looking for work. They're listening to different people talk and looking for different jobs that can be picked up. It's probably a skill.
Yeah, so I mean, for doing that kind of thing, it's mostly people trying to talk about something other than the war, but the war keeps coming up.
Okay. Doesn't seem like much going on in this town. Just trying to avoid talking about the war. Fucking O'Briens.
Harsh, but fair. Does this guy do anything in particular?
So I would like to first see if I could tell some stories to get my friends free drinks.
Well, I'm pretty sure Doric has made it so he's not getting free drinks ever in this tavern.
I'm gonna get Theo free drinks. That's a 25 performance to tell my tales about the battle with the dire wolf or the 10-foot tall goat.
10-foot
Or
tall goat.
the gelatinous abomination up in a tower.
All right, so I will say you do manage to get a couple people to buy you guys drinks. So I'll say you guys can get probably 2 free drinks from the story each.
And
so
I would also like to, now that we're all friends, ask them about some of the local goings-ons. Are there any problems going on? Now that we're friends,
roll your diplomacy for this make an impression.
Make an
roll.
impression. Well, I'm very good at that, so let's see. I'm very, very good at that. Because that's a natural 26, my friend.
Oof.
Jesus.
Slightly better than mine.
So missed it by that much.
So what you managed to learn, can I talk to these people here? So you managed to learn that they are, other than trying to avoid the war, there is talk about, there seems to be a concern with the elven, like people who are not humans, so the not human clientele. There seems to be a concern that the Duchess might go against the elves.
Oh, like how?
And like side with the O'Briens if they were to attack. But a lot of the humans rather angrily refute that. And you would learn that the biggest cause for concern as of right now in the city itself. My other thing here. I'm bouncing all over the place.
Well, we did have cold medicine at the time.
I know, but this is me bouncing to something else.
Like missing folks, stuff like that.
So you hear people talking about. You actually would pick up a couple people based on the clothes they're wearing. They're probably hunters or some kind of scout, sort of like they're wearing clothes that are very indicative of being people who frequently travel in the forest. And they start mentioning that the Eastern Spire. One of them's talking about one of their friends who keeps talking about the spire.
Oh, what's the name of this friend?
The name of this friend.
Also, I told you guys, face character.
The name of this friend is Madul.
How do you spell that for those at home?
Madaul. Madul.
Wow, that's actually how I imagine it spelled.
They mentioned their friend. They mentioned their friend Madul, who is currently, or last they saw them, they were going to Dunehold. But they kept mentioning they heard things at the spire.
Where's Dunehold?
That's the big elven castle that you're heading towards.
Tower that we're heading towards?
No, the spire is the tower you're trying to get to, but the giant castle on the road is Dunehold.
No. I meant the tower that we're trying to get to is the one that the guy was talking about.
Yes, that's the next tower you're going to.
Does he live in Dunehold?
I don't think he lives in any of the cities, but he frequently travels to Dunehold.
Right. Well, do you mind if I get a description? Because we're actually going to be heading that way. And I'd like to make sure my friends and I are aware of any dangers. And also, we're friends. I bet we could be friends with him. Maybe I'll buy him a drink.
Well, he definitely warms up people who buy him drinks, so that's a good one to try. So this human is this human says you can call me. He would know of me, and you can call me Kasan.
Okay.
And then Madul is very fair skin, very light hair.
Like tattoos or scars or anything?
His eyes glow.
Oh, that's definitely a
kinda
defining
weird.
feature. I don't know many people with glowing eyes.
That's a really bizarre thing to see. Okay, anyways, moving on. He also has his skin kind of almost looks maybe a little bit metallic. It's different. He definitely stands out in a crowd.
Guy internally, okay, I don't think this guy is human. I've never met a metal man. Oh God, what's Dork gonna say when he meets him?
Alright.
Yeah, so it's a very fair skin, very fair hair, so very blonde, very pale, very blonde. Has almost like a metallic look to his skin and
Are we sure
glowing
he's
eyes.
just not steel with gold hair? Okay.
No, he is not. It says he looks human, but he definitely has some odd features. Like I said, stands out in a crowd. You'll probably recognize him right away.
All right. Well, thank you. Much appreciated, friend.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hopefully a good friendly face will help him out of whatever his funk is.
Well, if we run across him, we'll be sure to do that. And May your hunts be fruitful and may your ale taste fine.
You as well, I suppose. And he'll go to, like, you know, hold up his glass or his mug for cheers.
Clink glass.
And he'll turn back to his group of other hunters, and they'll start, you know, laughing about some hunt that they are talking about.
And we'll go back to the table and tell the others some information I got. Right, so I maybe found some information on the tower, the spire we're heading towards, or at least a contact to ask about some goings on up there.
Found a thing.
Yeah, I also got your free drinks. I didn't hear no thank you.
I didn't
Slides
get
the
any
drink
free
over
drinks.
Slides the empty mugs over towards Guy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. You know. You don't have to admit it.
I paid for both of my drinks. What are you two talking about? No one here would talk to me.
Well, you committed a social faux pas, and I'm good. I'm not that good.
I didn't ask anyone about their ears.
You know what? I'm genuinely proud of you. So, hey Doric, I'm gonna need to be more proud of you because we have somebody we could talk to about this, and he's got shiny metal-like skin and blonde hair, and you shut up about it, okay? Please.
Did you meet a man named Jake? Did Jake tell you about that?
No.
Alright. So we got a possible link to the tower.
Also, it seems that the elves are worried that the Duchess is going to sell them out to the O'Briens if they attack, but most of the human folk here seem to be like, nah, we're neighbors. Why would we do that to you?
Are you saying that we shouldn't trust the Dutch?
God damn it. That is not in character. That is me. That is a missed opportunity, and I'm so mad at myself for not seeing it. Oh, wow. Oh, 10 out of 10. Holy moly.
Smooth
like sandpaper.
Smooth like 40 grit.
Right, so, I don't know.
Well, I don't think you don't have to worry about that.
Why exactly do the O'Briens hate elves?
Some kind of thing in the past. The elves apparently did something the O'Briens didn't like, and the O'Briens did some shit that the elves really didn't like, and it's a whole thing. Just know the O'Briens do not have the kind of force to fuck with Dunehold, so they're not going to attack Riverside.
They do seem rather prepared here for some kind of assault. Like, they've had it before. Issues. That is.
You know, there's all kinds of ways around a bridge. Especially with a river that runs between two sections of a city.
We crossed a river without a bridge.
I mean, boats would make this place obsolete.
You say that.
So, yeah, hey Doric.
Yes.
Also, what was all of that? I saw from across the bar where I was telling the tale of me riding a direwolf, and then Theo over here decapitating it, and me flying 30 feet.
I have no idea what was going on. I just tried to find out some stuff, and those people started looking at me weird. Probably because I'm a dwarf.
What did you say to them specifically?
Hold on, did we hear what the voice said?
No,
because we're close
we
to
just
him.
saw Doric go, What? You're not supposed to know that. Ah! And then everybody started laughing.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
All right, well,
I just
hilarious if we
introduced
hear it
myself.
every time.
It changes.
can out of character, can we just all be glad that there wasn't also an orc lady here? For Dork to be like, I have a friend I think you'd like to meet. I know he'd love to meet you.
Don't think I had to talk about that. I was hoping the bartender was going to be perfectly honest.
Oh, jeez.
An orcish barmaid.
All right. Theo calls over the waiter or waitress. We're gonna need a room.
Yeah.
Room with 3 beds, hopefully.
Well, the best I can do is we have only 1 bed in a room, and we have 2 of them.
Does it have a duvet?
I don't.
Yes.
How much for the room?
Our rooms are 1 gold a night.
I'll pay because I want the lap of luxury. I want that duvet. I'm tired of sleeping outside.
Guy will happily sleep in a hammock, as is his rustic birthright.
Yeah, I'll take a room too. It's fine.
All right. The last 2 rooms. You'll follow me up to the counter there because we have to get the keys.
Now, all right. But Theo,
Flips empty L glass over.
Theo, I'll probably share a room with Dork. Make sure he stays out of trouble. I'm gonna be making a hammock. It's gonna be great.
Canonically, I snore like a freight train.
Canonically, guy grew
know.
up with goats.
Oh, man. Yeah, so you go up to the counter there. You give him the 1 gold. He gets 2 keys out for you both. You know, gives Doric the 1 key and gives Theo the other key. Says you'll go up the stairs there and go up to the 2nd floor. Then you'll go to the end of the floor and go up another set of stairs, and then your rooms are right there at the stairs.
Okay. Theo's like, holy shit, it's a lot of stairs.
Dort gets lost. I'm sorry, I was not paying attention.
It's a straight line.
It's up the stairs, across, down the hall, up the stairs again because the stairs don't connect.
Is it now canon that Dork has terrible sense of direction and is racist?
I have no direction. Not no, but
in
no.
laugh or just in just.
I have the
just,
cantrip.
Just
I have the cantrip.
Oh, you don't have the cantrip for it.
I do have no direction cantrip. I shouldn't get lost. I was not paying attention and didn't realize it was a straight line. I feel incredibly stupid.
He went to the wrong door, like, alright, here's my room, puts key in. Huh.
That doesn't work.
I tap his elbow, I point at the door next to it. With the one with the big old 3 on top.
I feel like I'm like 4 or 5 away from that door, actually.
Yeah, so you're on the 3rd floor. Your rooms actually overlook. So let's see. Let's go Theo, odd or even.
Even.
So your room looks over the distance out towards the east. So you look over the forest, and then the room that Doric and Theo have looks back towards the west over the city. So you have a nice view of the twin
Dork
castles.
Guy.
Sorry, Doric and Guy.
I have a feeling Theo just needs this time alone.
Theo's at the other tavern. Just Just not telling y'all he left.
He lied. He got the room just so he could jump out the window and get away.
We're on the 3rd floor. He got it so he could jump out the window and die, apparently.
You could live from 3 stories.
Not when you're fully armored.
That's okay. That's true.
It's leather armor. It's fine.
Also, guy wanted to share a room because he didn't want to pay for a room.
I don't mind paying for him.
Guy is canonically miserly. I grew up on beans and goat. I ain't paying more money than I have to, unless I wanna.
Yeah, so you were able to get in your rooms, do whatever you want to do. I mean, yeah, you can go back to the tavern, whatever you want to do there, because you're in a room with, you know...
Theo's not going to.
Of,
He doesn't want to rely on the tavern. Magic gets on his nerves.
I figured if anyone's not going to, it's going to be Theo.
He's the one with the tavern key.
I thought we all had one.
No, yeah, we all.
Oh,
You all have
that's
your
right. It's
room.
the room key, specifically the room key.
Yeah, we can't go into your room. We can go to the tavern.
I would like to open the closet door with the tavern key just to see who's working, and then close the door.
Okay, just see who's
Yeah,
working.
that's all.
Oh,
I want to peek in, see who's working, and it does not matter who it is. Close the door.
Alright, so the person who's currently working the bar is
Okay.
Lark.
Wait, hold on.
No, for Lark, she bet on me the last time. I'm going to tell her.
Oh, no, Lily.
Hello, no, you're right. Yeah, never mind. It was Lily that bet on. Never mind.
What was the bet on?
Yeah, so just that I would steal something. That who would steal something? That.
Who would be the first person to steal something from the
Honestly, it's a toss-up
tavern?
between Doric and Theo.
First of all, no, Theo doesn't fuck with magic. Second of all, messing with people with magic is a bad juju effect right there.
No, Juju's
I
good.
said no.
Juju's friends with beans.
But yeah, just want to lock eyes with him briefly for a second, and then slam the door shut.
Wait, I'd like to go and ask Lark about this gemstone I found.
And there's your time.
You open the door. So you open the door, you walk in. Lark looks up and says, "Oh, that's I guess that's a good way to waste your daily use of the door, but sure.
Oh, we have a limit?
Yeah, once a day. How's it going, guy?"
Well, there's been a lot of killing lately. So that's something. I will probably see the visages of those dead men in my dreams.
You would kill anybody.
I know, but he was at eye level with one of them when he was on the ground.
He has PTSD from watching Doric kill people that are just trying to leave.
I accidentally made eye contact with the guy before he got electrified. Oh, what a bad idea.
Yeah.
I rode a
I
dire
see
wolf. That was fun. I tried to ride a goat. That was less fun. We've done 2 towers. We're on our way to our 3rd, I think.
No.
No, we've done 1 tower.
that. Yes.
We technically did the first tower by escaping it. We just didn't get the thing.
Yeah, we need to go back to the
It's been an interesting trip. I found out Doric might be racist, so that's fun. Yeah, it's making
Interesting.
socializing a mite difficult. And also, do you know where I might be able to get some headache medicine for Theo? Poor bastard.
Probably the apothecary for the city you're in.
I didn't know if you knew any fun home remedies.
I mean, I know some remedies, but I don't have them on hand.
Theo has a remedy. It's just not healthy. It's called whiskey.
It's fair.
Oh,
quite
and I
unhealthy.
found this neat gem. I don't know what it is. You got any ideas? You look like you've lived longer than I have.
So you hold up the gem. I mean, it's not really a gem.
It's an uncut
but
gem of some sort.
It's fair. It's a
It's a shiny rock.
rough.
I was
It's
promised
a shiny
gem.
rock.
You walk around the woods, there's just these gigantic, perfectly faceted cut gems.
No.
What do you think this is? A video game?
No, not like a cut gem. I said an uncut gem. Some sort of valuable mineral.
Yeah. Okay. So he's gonna take one look
I
at
swear
it.
to God,
And,
if it's pyrite silver. Oh my God, is it pyrite?
that's one of the possibilities. It is not pyrite. It was on the possibility of what it could have been. It is a chunk. So he looks at it, he's like, it looks... Appears to me, I mean, I'm not really a geologist or anything like that, but it appears to be a uncut, unrefined blue agate stone.
That sounds valuable. Probably not as valuable as I'm thinking. Alright, well thank you.
I'm not in the jewelry business, so I wouldn't know how much it's valued at.
Alright, well thanks. Unrelated, next time I stop by, I'll be able to have more information on our journey so far. I've actually been keeping like a journal, but if I find out that anybody was reading my journal without permission, I'd be absolutely mortified and livid.
Well, now that you said that, somebody's
You
definitely
know
going
what?
to be reading it.
It's probably correct, but
You just hear Fritz in the background laughing maniacally.
I wanted to tie in how we recap our episodes.
Somewhere,
Somebody gets an
for some
idea.
reason. He doesn't know why. No, somewhere, without knowing why, Fritz starts laughing. So are you going to stay here? You looking for food? Anything?
Oh, I just want to stop in and say hi. How's everything here?
It's a tavern that more or less runs itself. Had a couple of people visit today.
Any interesting characters? More interested in me, at least.
I would never say somebody's more interested in another person in the tavern.
At least not to their face.
Just shrugs.
Mark's not the one you want to ask that kind of question to.
Alright, we'll see you around. I gotta make sure Dork stays out of trouble.
That's probably for the best.
We have a system that...
Oh, tell him to take some self-reflection in the morning.
Alright, I will. We have a system that seems to work out. I keep Dork out of trouble, and Theo keeps me out of trouble. Who keeps Theo out of trouble? Anyway.
That is the
good
age-old
night.
question.
I don't think it's Doric.
Definitely not.
Oh, we already answered the question. It's whiskey.
Whiskey's not the most reliable person.
No, but he's very helpful.
It's less dangerous than tequila.
So you exit back out
Yeah,
to your
I promise
room.
to keep an eye on Doric. Theo's having some me time.
Okay.
Theo is
Whoa.
out. He's asleep.
Yeah, like I said.
Doric is already asleep and snoring loudly on top of the duvet.
But let me just look at my spells real quick.
You really gonna fuck with us, like, man?
I learned. I'm gonna say I learned this trick from Ma back on the homestead because Pa used to snore like the Dickens, and I will slide an extra pillow underneath Doric, elevating his head so he's not quite as loud. And then if that doesn't work, I'm gonna put a third pillow over his face. Not in a threatening way, just like a muffle. I'm not like shut up, die. I'm like, all right, a buffer.
Okay.
Does it work?
I think you can roll stealth first and see if that leads to that.
I don't think Guy cares. I think that's also what the third pillow's for. Shh, go to sleep.
I think that's also a thievery to try to do that quickly and sneakily, not a stealth.
19.
19's pretty good.
George sleeps. Less.
And then I'll go fashion some sort of bed out of extra linen.
He just pulls the top drawer out.
Okay.
Ties a blanket
No,
on each
listen, I'm not Jake the dog. As funny as that is.
All right.
And as
So we will leave you all in your rooms. One makeshift bed for Guy, a snoring Doric, and me time Theo.
time Theo, Snorik, and guy in a drawer.
Shy guy.
Guy. You know, if I
Drawer
die
guy.
and get brought back to life, in the credits I could be guy number 2.
Oh, jeez. Well, as we're going to close it off for the evening.
We really went off the tracks at the
So do your
beginning,
things.
but we made it in the end.
Yeah.
Well, if you have enjoyed our squirreling, covering all kinds of various topics of knowledge today, in addition to playing actual Pathfinder, give us a rating and review on your podcaster. It's not allowed to, or if you've already done that, tell a friend about us. Guys, I don't know how they get anything done. They're always talking about other stuff. How do they actually accomplish this?
Very carefully. Also, whiskey may or may not be involved.
I used to say with skill and ninja precision, but that's clearly not the case with this party.
Fuckery and whiskey.
Did you say fuckery and whiskey and
What
maybe
is-
a little and a little bit of farming?
Doric lives
what
the
is-
fuck
what
around
is
and
skill?
find out mentality.
And I asked, what is skill?
Proficiencies. And if you want to talk about said proficiencies, or you want to tell us about squirreling or not squirreling, to squirrel or not to squirrel, or any other things, memes, pictures of cats, pictures of babies, pictures of baby cats, well, you can come to this neat little app called Discord. I feel like I've talked about it before, maybe once or twice in the podcast so far. But just as a refresher, you can download it on your device of choice, and we'll be there to talk to you.
Yeah. And if you don't really want to do Discord, we also have social medias. We have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we post a link to every episode with some kind of on-the-nose artwork based on the episode title for every episode.
We do?
We do.
Oh. What is this
I
episode's
enjoy
arc
coming
going
up
to
with
be?
the episode titles too. That's always fun.
And the artworks are always specifically just a play off of the title. Always.
They're fun. They're good.
They could have nothing to do with what's actually happening in the episode.
Zero context. Best way for Ask for
That's a good That's a good episode
Zero
name.
context.
Zero context.
With zero content.
Don't ask about the potato wedges.
that zero content's a bit on the nose.
There was content. It was just empty calories. Listen, we had fun. We hope you had fun. Silver has some things
This
to
one's
say.
called Squirrel Island.
Oh.
What?
Broke Silver.
Yeah.
Theme of the week, my friend.
Okay, so it should be noted that all of the above things we mentioned are options if you want to do yes ands.
All right. My brain was just 100% just gone.
We can't blame that on the cold medicine.
I cannot. No, that was my brain just checking out.
That's how I got lost going down a straight hallway.
We've all been there.
Actually, weirdly, yes.
I know what you're talking about.
So yeah, as always, our theme of the week. Oh boy, let's see. It's a good theme of the week for this one.
Yeah.
We've done food.
Tangents? Because this one was full of them.
Oh my god.
That could be interesting. Like the weirdest tangent you've had on your like anytime you've been at a table.
Yeah.
So with that, give us one. We want to hear about some of the weird tangents you've had at your tables. Like, you know, what kind of weird things have been said, what kind of nonsense has been made, and then did it get somehow turned into a wider story element, or was it just complete and utter nonsense? That seems like a fun
Basically,
thing.
how bad did your
Ask about.
players squirrel?
Yeah, how bad did you or like somebody in your group squirrel? Like, was it just like crazy squirreling? Was it some goofiness? Like, what? Let's go with it. Like, what happened?
You have to stop.
How did it
and
get resolved?
Immediately Google.
Why do I feel attacked by this theme of the week?
You should. Go back to Squirrel Island.
I wasn't gonna say any names in particular, but
Hey,
since you
I'm the king of
volunteered,
Squirrel Island.
Look, you could roll it, point a finger in this podcast.
If you could,
yes, we
if you could
do
point a
we
finger
do
in this
squirrel.
podcast, you'd be going in circles. It would mostly land on me. Anyway,
And as always,
we love you.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.